Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thrifty Christian YouTube channel. I'm Phil, the Thrifty Christian, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to take your busted suedes and make them all fresh and new again, right after the intro. So stay with me. Let's just jump right into this video. What you're going to need is a brush. You're going to need some leather dye. I have here Feibings again, and also you can get it in from Angelus, Angelus Direct. I'll leave the links in the description below for you guys if you want to pick up any of these leather dye products. They have them for like 26 different colors, so that's going to be great for somebody who has maybe a red suede shoe or a blue or anything like that. You can completely use these leather suede dyes right over the top of them. So again, also you need just a brush, a regular brush. So what I want to do right now is I want to show you the one that I did earlier. I want to show you the before and after. This is the before. If you can see, just faded. I picked these up at the Orlando outlet bin, the Ben's outlet, and they were just rough. The toe, you can see, it's just a lot of wear on them. These are some Tony Hawks. They were really just horrible looking. And this is what they look like after. So I put both of the toes together so you can kind of see really well there. Okay, so here's what you can do. First thing you're going to notice is that in some cases the suede, the hairs on them are a little long. Okay, if that's the case, if there's a lot of wear on them and you want to bring those hairs down, there's two things that you can do. The first thing is you can use a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, that's fine. You may have a fabric shaver, just like this one. This is a Remington. This is what I used. I'll show you real quick, a quick demo. And all I basically did was just ran it over. And shave off those little long hairs, these fibers. Just shaving them right off. And it brings it back to a smoother texture. It's not as long, it's not as rough. And you're really not gonna notice that once we paint the dye over the top of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna go right into it, get the brush, shoe. This happens to be Feibings dark brown, okay? So I'm just gonna shake it up real quick. I'm gonna highly recommend that you don't wear any good clothes with this stuff around you, because a brush, when you dip it in there and you flick it, it might flick some of the dye in your clothing. So you gotta be very careful how you use this stuff. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit here. I'm not gonna go through the whole shoe, but I did on this one. I coated the whole entire shoe on this one, but I'm going to show you really quick here. I don't load the brush heavily. This is just the bubbles that were created off the top of it. So I don't load the brush really heavily. I just kind of like lightly load it and go straight in and move it around really fast, whipping it back and forth. And this is the part where I was talking about you might flick some of that on you when you whip this brush, depending on the type of brush that you're using. I'm using a generic brush, nothing special, nothing fancy about it. It doesn't have a beveled edge, which, by the way, I do recommend for people who are not proficient at painting or using a paintbrush. Use one with a beveled edge, so that way you can get up in the corners nice and tight, and it won't be so taxing on you to try to get an accurate cut. I'm gonna go right in here on the toe. Just keep brushing it in. Dip back into the tray and just work it right on back. There's spots in the shoe where the form on it's a little bit higher and lower, like there's a divot right here. So pay a little bit of attention right there on the high spot, because that's where the toe will push out on it and it'll get a little bit more wear. Move that over there, and I'm going to go right in on this tip right here. So as you can see, this is a really quick cleanup job on your suede, and it's not hard. You don't have to be a professional at it. You don't have to worry about making a mistake. These dyes, they're very, very forgiving. They work well, they blend well, and they even dye the stitching there, the thread, which I think is pretty cool because it gives everything a nice smooth finish. So there, you can see where we started right here. Just throw a little bit more on there. And bam, that looks great. So if you look at this, let it dry, compare it to that. Wow, man, that's night and day. These things look 100% better. Wow. Okay. So again, guys, just a quick video to show you how to restore these, and recommending that you use either the Angelus products or the Feibings leather dyes. That's all there is to it. I'm not going to take a lot of your time. But again, beforehand, something that I should have mentioned was to make sure you just dust the shoe off. You know, hit it with your brush, dust the shoe off, get all the dirt, get all the dust off of it before you do that. You may even want to wash them. They do have also suede cleaner that you can actually wash and scrub the dirt out of them with. Also, some of these suede shoes, they get marks and things like that. They get scuffs. We're talking about lighter tones where it's more noticeable. You can also use just a regular knead eraser like you had in school, and you can use that eraser and just basically rub the suede, and it will erase any types of nicks and things like that. I've also heard about people using like a light grit sandpaper and just sanding the suede to get maybe any deficiencies out of them. So that's another tip. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, if you got any value out of it, if there's any questions you may have, please hit me up in the comments below, and I'll be glad to get right back to you and respond as soon as I possibly can. So if you like this video, if you got any value out of it, please hit me up. All the links are in the description below. I'll see you in the next video. Thrifty Christian out.